Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate that. If you're new, I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker, a dating coach, and this channel, it's dating and relating. Today, I wanted to share with you and maybe figure out whether you suffer from something that sometimes has been referred to as the Cinderella Complex. It's not a term I made up. It was back on a book back in the 50s. Agatha Christie used it as a phrase in something she wrote. And in my world, I hear women talk all the time about not wanting power in their relationship. I don't know if that's going to surprise some men or other types of women, but sometimes women who have jobs that require them to be very powerful, make lots of decisions, be in control, want to set that aside when they get home. Not that they want to be weak in all parts of their relationship, but they're looking sometimes to be a little bit rescued. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. If that's at all interesting or intriguing, stick around because that's what's on the agenda. So the question really is, are you hoping to be rescued? Is that the kind of relationship you are looking for or developing without your knowledge maybe, or with your own knowledge? And I thought we could just kind of figure this out together by going through some things that would be indicative of a relationship with a woman, hoping to be a little bit of the Cinderella there and have her Prince Charming swoop in and take care of stuff. And I get it. For my gals who say, you know, I'm a big wig at the office. I have a lot of people relying on me. I don't want to come home and be the person who's looked at to make all the decisions in our home. It's not unrealistic to think that she would want somebody who can pick up the slack there and take over some of that decision-making role when you're at home together, just the two of you or with a family. So that maybe would help you take a look at that situation and understand each other better at the very least. And know that I'm not speaking in broad terms in any of this. I'm not saying everyone is like this or any certain specific types of people are like this. Some people have these feelings. Sometimes they have them all the time. Sometimes they have them occasionally. But it's just something to be aware of. And the next thing I wanted to mention is that it's been a long road. It's been quite some time, generations, since women became liberated and started taking over their own decision making and gaining power both in the workplace and society, in their relationships. And there are some people who are a holdover from that. They've picked it up or they've maintained other female ideals on the male-female relationship, and in some ways just want to be taken care of. And I think this could in some ways lead to a conversation about masculine energy and feminine energy, but I don't really like talking about that. I'd rather describe this and know that some of these things are describing people who have a strong feeling about maintaining their own feminine energy in a relationship and hoping that a man would have more of that masculine energy. And I don't think it's unfair to want to be taken care of at some times, in some ways, in a relationship for either person. And if you are in the situation of wanting to be rescued and not currently in a relationship, I think one of the problems here is that you're living in limbo, waiting for something that you could take some power and change the situation, but you're choosing to give that power away. With limbo is that you're not truly living your life. You're waiting on something to happen in order to fully embrace the life you should be living. And I want everybody living their best life right now, no matter where they are, in being single, in a relationship, married, at the end of a relationship. I want everyone to be able to find the positives in that situation, the joy in their life, and be able to be fulfilled in some way. Also, if you are a person who is currently single and waiting to be rescued by a partner, the other issue that we find here is that you may be defining yourself in terms of a relationship. So again, not being or living your authentic life, but waiting for somebody else to come along and pick up the slack, make those decisions, rescue you, be the power holder, and take the lead in this situation. So it's not really, it is limbo, but it's more than that, because it could lead to you being codependent in that next relationship and being dependent on somebody or having a codependent relationship. And that's not the way you want to start out any relationship. So gather up your strength if you find yourself in that situation, and maybe do some counseling or some reading or some soul searching, and realize that you are fully capable of taking care of yourself. You don't need anybody to rescue you, and you can have your best life partnered, single, or in any stage of a relationship. And then I wanted to end this episode with some warning signs that you may be able to see if you are suffering from a Cinderella complex and hoping to be rescued. And they would be, number one, letting others' opinions outweigh your own. Not being able to rely on your own self for the important things. Even sometimes some people are stuck. They can't even make smaller decisions for themselves without taking a poll of the people that are important to them. So having the confidence to make your own decisions. Next up would be if you are a person who says that you want to use the words capable, strong when describing what you want in a partner. Be aware that maybe kindness and gentleness and self-awareness, emotionally intelligent, that those things are equally as important as somebody who is strong and capable in a relationship. That might be a sign that the Cinderella complex is at work there. Women who find that they are most comfortable in their comfort zone can sometimes have that issue, wanting to be taken care of, not wanting to step outside the box and experience things on their own without somebody else present, without a partner or somebody like a partner. I guess when there's two people together, that's your partner for that moment at least. So women who are not feeling like they can do it on their own, it's another sign. And then finally, either fear or anxiety about being alone. This is a big thing in some women's minds, that they feel stress around being single, around not having somebody else to rely on, and being the sole decision maker in their life or their relationship with their self. So I think being aware of these things and maybe even thinking about or getting some support or some therapy around the idea of your own independence could be really helpful if these things are showing up in your life and you believe that you may suffer from the Cinderella complex. I think it's great to address fears of the unknown and fears of the future so that you can stay grounded, stay present in the moment, and be living your life authentically, right, as you, and not be putting anything on hold, waiting for something to happen for your life to begin. That's never ideal. You want to be living your life right now the best you can and filling it up with all kind of stuff. Life is too short. I hope you found that helpful or interesting. If you did, that's my mom. She said, please give the episode a thumbs up for my darling daughter. I would appreciate that as well. Also, if you'd subscribe to the channel, helps my episodes get seen by other people who might benefit, hopefully. And then the ring bell lets you know every time a new episode goes live. I appreciate you stopping by today. I'll look forward to the next time. And until then, have a good one.